Yo, peace and love, peace and love. Shout out to Donald Trump for real again for his election. You know what I'm saying? Yo, landslide victory. It is crazy how the Democrats is fuming. They blaming each other. They claim they want to try to protest now or try to riot. They want recounts. And they using their own words against them. Republicans using their own words against them, talking about it is what it is with the numbers. Ain't no point in recounting. None of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they want to protest. Trump already got the military ready for anybody who want to try to oppose them. You know what I'm saying? In any city. That's crazy, yo. Not only that, he's not even in office yet. And Putin, out of all people, Russia's president, Vladimir Putin, is ready giving this man respect. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he's a brave man. He's willing to work and negotiate with Trump as far as ending the war with Ukraine and Russia and trying to make some type of negotiations. He even got Iranian president who that's U.S. biggest rivals. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they open to hear what U.S.'s discussions may be concerning like uh, policy changes. You know what I'm saying? And some sort of negotiations. He's not even in office yet, and they willing to work with this man, at least hear him out. That's a major, major accomplishment, yo, from anybody. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this Trump ain't playing, yo. Not only that, he's cleaning out so many migrants, yo. He getting them all deported. He deporting everybody, yo. Anybody's illegal. Don't care if you've been here for 10 years, 15 years, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you illegal and you had all that opportunity to get yourself legalized, you getting up out of here. You got so many people, cab drivers to shop workers to contractors, all crying. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to get deported. You had every opportunity to get yourself legalized. You know what I'm saying? To get citizenship. You took full advantage of the situation, and now look, you didn't expect Trump to lose. You know what I'm saying? You didn't expect Trump to win. You know what I'm saying? So now all y'all getting up out of here, yo. He cleaning up shop. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. You know what I mean? Because why should I use my tax dollars to pay for people who are illegal? You know what I'm saying? We had a big issue with that. You know what I mean? Why should I waste my money like that? And then when it come down for me, if I get hurt with my job and I need Social Security, the system's bankrupt. You see what happened with FEMA, right? All the people who lost their homes and everything like that during Hurricane Helene. You know what I'm saying? FEMA's supposed to come through with that money. What they do? They spent it on the daggone illegal immigrants. And then the schools, you know what I'm saying? Like, all our schools is flooded. All our schools is flooded. You know what I'm saying? As far as with illegal immigrants, with all these different various languages that the teachers can't even teach properly because they can't translate the information to them. You know? And you want to give them automatic passing grades and all that stuff. And they got no place for regular students to sit. You know what I'm saying? To learn. Don't have the material to properly learn, to have a real clean education. So, yo, I'm glad Trump is in office, yo. He's getting them all out of here. And he's working on homelessness, getting all homeless people off the streets. That's a major thing. You see places like Chicago, New York, LA, you know what I'm saying? You see places like Atlanta with all this homelessness. You want to get these people off the streets and get them the proper help, get them in rehab centers, get them cleaned up from drugs if they choose to, you know what I'm saying? He's willing to help them out, you know? Trying to get the cities vibrant again. Because, again, ain't no point in having you trying to go to the park and you see a whole bunch of homeless people and drug needles and all this garbage everywhere. You know what I'm saying? People doodling on the benches or the slides and anything like that with human feces on there with tissue. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even have your kids enjoy the park. You can't even walk in the park without worrying about getting robbed. You know? You got cruiser, you know, gangs coming through or homeless gangs coming through, robbing you, willing to rape your child or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he's sensitive enough to see the problems with people going through if they're, you know, crazy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna say crazy, got psychological issues, you know what I mean? He's willing to help them, put them in give them the proper help they need. I'm happy for that, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy he's willing to clean up the streets, get it vibrant again, so bring tourism back again, get the money back into the economy again, and give them proper shelter and give them the help they need, you know? And he's attacking these cartels. I'm so happy he's attacking these cartels, you know what I mean? I didn't know it's that much of a problem. I was unaware. They said close to 500,000 people alone in the last 4 years died from fentanyl. From the last 4 years, fentanyl. So he's going claiming war against these cartels, bringing the fentanyl over here. These fake pills that people overdosing with, all that stuff. He cracking down on all of them. So I'm so happy for that he cracking down on that situation, and he's going to get these traffickers, that's sex traffickers or drug dealers. He giving the death penalty, blood for blood. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, because if someone overdosed off of your product, no one is there to kill you. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I understand that. I'm not for no death penalties and everything like that, because people be falsely incriminated and all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But severe punishment should be done. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, even in people, you can't really detect fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's in your product or not. You know, it could be because you can't detect it. You don't know. It has no smell to it. It has no taste to it. Nothing like that. Small as a migraine of salt. So you can't detect if you got fentanyl laced in your product or not. So it's really not fair for the drug dealers who, if they serve that product to somebody, a death penalty if they unintentionally, you know what I'm saying, died off of their product. You know what I mean? Because that's like a manslaughter. It's not even manslaughter. It's like unintentional. But I understand though. You know what I mean? But I'm against the death penalty. There should be some laws, appropriate laws that could work. Be a little bit more sensitive to the drug dealer, especially if he was forced to sell these products, if you by a cartel or a drug dealer or people in his neighborhood or his own family members, because for money. You know what I'm saying? I am kind of sensitive to their needs on that situation, because everybody who are selling drugs, there's so many different reasons why. They could be forced in the situation. They could be in straight survival mode. They're not in the lab. They don't know what's going on as far as what the product is. They just trying to get $1 to get by. They're not trying to intend that no one wants their as a drug dealer. I know me. I wouldn't want my customer to die off of my product, because it's going to mess my reputation up. It's going to mess my stuff up. So I wouldn't want nobody dying. You know what I mean? Because that's taking away the money. The whole purpose is to make money. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want a death penalty on that situation. Years in jail, I could see that. But not no death penalty. I mean, that's kind of too extreme. Now, if you a sex trafficker and you killing and you doing things, molesting and all other stuff, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You killing these citizens and you killing innocent people as a, you know what I'm saying? Like how certain cartels be doing, or these coyote groups be doing, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know. And it's big business and sex trafficking. So yeah, they deserve the death penalty. And I'm glad he's going after these cartels. I don't know how strong U.S. military is going against the cartels, because they got all kinds of money coming from all over the globe. You know? And it was the cartels that funded this country. They built Miami and all these major cities up through the blood money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how strong U.S. think they may be. Plus there's too much corruption. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't going to really ride with Trump like that. Now, when it comes to money like that, on both sides, Republicans and Democrats, when it comes to that money, they hear you, but they ain't really going to be going for you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like Scarface all over again. You watch Scarface, it's going to be just like that. Nobody took out Sosa. You know what I'm saying? That's Sosa. You know what I mean? So, I don't know how far you're going to go with that. You know what I mean? Because too much corruption within his own campaign, too much corruption with the deep state, too much corruption with the Democrats, too much corruption all over. So I don't know how far he's going to go. It sounds hot. How far it will go is another thing. Because it's big business. Even human trafficking, sex trafficking is big business with that. And people will turn on you for that money. You know what I'm saying? That lust out of control. That greed. Love for money is the root of all evil. So you may have good intentions, but how far will people allow you to get away with certain things, or allow you to do certain things? Regardless if you got the state or the House of Reps or both at the same time. When it comes down to corruption like that, dealing with big time organizations like a cartel or a terrorism group, or just your own country or a country that's opposing you and your country's divided, how far can you really go? It sounds hard on paper, you know what I'm saying? So just realistically speaking, man, you know. But I'm glad that Trump and his morals and his heart is in the right place, righteously speaking, because this country needs to be cleaned out, even with the trans agenda. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he cracked down on that. People who try to force little kids who can't even uh, uh, um, don't have a decision to make because they're not mentally prepared, mentally matured to make a certain decision on their body. You should not influence them to make them think. That's brainwashing. That they're a whole nother identity or a whole nother agenda than what they see on their body. It causes more confusion. The indoctrination, yeah, I'm glad he's cracking down on the indoctrination. I'm glad he's cracking down on the trans people trying to utilize women's sports. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of women's sports. You know what I mean? Or women's or boys' bathrooms or girls' bathrooms. Trying to make it unisex and all that stuff. There's too many lustful predators is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see all the time, even in jail, people want to try to take advantage of the women incarcerated. I hear so many stories with trans people, so-called trans people, whatever, act like they women because they scared to do their time in a regular jail or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And scared of being pressed by the regular dudes or whatever for being what they are, and they go in these regular women jails, and actually know it, these women look so beautiful that's incarcerated. They want to switch up. Now they act like they men and want to rape the women in jail. And now you hear all these stories about these women inmates being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? So, he's looking at it like this identity crisis situation, and they so wishy-washy, and they don't really know what they really are. Yo, some people take full advantage of that to get what they need or want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad he's cracking down on that. He's cracking down on the school systems who's trying to promote that on our little children. I'm glad he's cracking down on the hospitals who's using our tax-paying money for these different sex changes and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do that thing, do that on your own money. Don't use our money for that. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to pay for something and then it just don't make any sense. Why am I paying for something like that? Using my money that I could use for a surgery or something that I need in my family or whatever. If I got some type of crisis in my home, I'm using my tax money and I'm using all that stuff to pay for a surgery to chop your little penis off or whatever off so you can pretend like you are a female. Come on. If you want to do that, use your own money for that. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up and down. It don't make any sense. But we get trying to. It just don't make any sense. So I'm glad he cracking down on that. I'm glad they cracking down on the Democratic Party. Period. You know what I'm saying? Or the corruption. They scared to death. They shook. With all that money that Kamala Harris had raised, that $1 billion, they went to all the celebs, and look, it got them nowhere. Hollywood's on investigation. You know what I'm saying? Diddy go out to crack down on everybody while he in jail. So everybody kind of quiet. Everybody silent for them Diddy parties. So a lot of these celebs ain't really opening up and supporting the Democratic Party at this moment because they scared for themselves. But all this money that she has spent, she got nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? You got nothing to show for it. And I'm glad that a lot of these Republicans in these school districts is billing her for all these daggone trans agendas in their schools and the immigration in the schools, as far as like overcrowding the schools that the kids aren't prepared. I mean, the teachers ain't prepared to teach. Yeah, they need the charge Kamala Harris and the whole Democratic regime. You know what I'm saying? And fit in the bill for all the extra money that was spent trying to teach these illegals. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even prepared. So my mind is all over the place. His hand, all this news is coming on, but he's cracking down on everything. He's trying to cease the war. I'm glad for that. That's an unnecessary war. And if those who want to try to fight any kind of war or get whatever, he's charging these different countries to you know what I'm saying, purchase with Euro money or whatever our products. Because he's trying, so we can get money back into this country and get this country flowing back up again. He's trying to decrease the debt. He's trying to bring the companies back into this country again so we could be flowing as a country again. You know what I'm saying? Because we was close to be third world. So I'm happy for that, and I'm happy that the enemies are willing to hear him out at least and give him a chance to hear what a proposal he is. I'm thankful for Russia. I'm thankful for Iran. Listening. You know what I'm saying? That's a major step, you know? I hope Trump keeps his heart humble. I hope he keeps compassionate enough. I know I'm speeding while I'm talking because I'm sipping, you know what I mean? But I'm only sipping some water. Ain't nothing major, you know what I mean? But I'm just happy, yo. I'm happy for a change and cleaning out the system. The Democrats hate it. They blaming each other. They turning on each other, you know? Even in sanctuary cities and the sanctuary states, Trump is gaining in that too. You know what I'm saying? So people are waking up and realizing, yo, like, this country is about to be a dump, a wasteland. And Trump didn't come through. And I'm glad that he had the heart and compassion to still fight when he could have gave up a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And he cracking down on all these illegal, corrupt officials. Like the DA out there in New York. They told her to cease and desist, yo, or else we're going to arrest you and prosecute you. She can't take it. Her pride and her ego's in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so glad that people are cracking down on these things. I mean, it's real, yo. He cracking down on these Trinidad and Raguas. He cracking down on the MS-13s. You know what I'm saying? Or the extortion and rapes and the killing, unnecessary killings for no reason. Trying to bully their way through the streets. Yo, he ain't playing, yo. He getting at everybody, yo. He got mad executive orders, and he's taking he's setting up shop in Colorado with the Patriots. That's very patriotic, you could say. Supported Trump. He's trying to set up offices outside of D.C. so he can make sure that all his orders and laws that he's trying to put into play will not be interrupted by these opposers. He's trying to clean out White House and his deep state and all this corruption. So a lot of people shook for their jobs right now. FBI, Homeland Security, all of them shook right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't protect him. They allow certain things to go down for him as far as assassination attempts. So, yo, he ain't forget none of that. You know? Nancy Pelosi shook right now. You know? Schumer shook. Obama and them shook. You know what I'm saying? Instead of working with this man, they try to be nasty. They try to do all kinds of things, being condescending. Biden shook. His son is shook. One is pleading for a pardon. Or the corruption he doing. You know what I'm saying? So, they scared to death right now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of people trying to flee the country, trying to resign. It's going to be worse than how Hollywood execs is with this Diddy situation. How people resigning from office because they scared Diddy going to tell. Nah, Trump is office. He's going to clean out this whole mess. Drain out the swamp like he said in 2016. He's cleaning out this whole country and get this country back in tip-top shape. You know what I'm saying? Bringing back the companies back in this country so we can start working again the right way. Get rid of these illegals and have them force them to come in the right way, legally. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money being saved. You know, how can you be against that? How can you be against that? He's protecting your freedom of speech. He's protecting your religion. How can you be against that? I know it's 18 minutes, man. I said what I said. I know I've been sipping. I apologize. My mind and my head is speeding right now. You know what I'm saying? Easy.